Welcome to the Berks County Rock and Roll Hall of Fame. We are with Keith Scharlach. Is that how you say your last name?
That's how some people say it.
Did I say it wrong?
A little bit. It's okay, but it's funny. My last name is pronounced Scharlach. So hi, Mom and Dad.
I was way off.
No, well, I love it. When we were kids, people had a rough time. I've grown up, I was always the end of line because of my height and my name. And nobody pronounces it, so I know when I pick up the phone, if somebody doesn't know me, they don't know it. But my last name, it's Scharlach, like Sherlock Holmes. And it's an awesome last name from Mom and Dad that are watching. Thank you.
So, Keith Scharlach, did I say it right?
Yep.
Cool. You are a member of the Berks County Rock and Roll Hall of Fame, and so thank you for being here.
Yeah.
And we're just hoping to get to know you a little bit, get to understand how you started playing music. How long have you been playing music?
Well, when I was like 5, I had cardboard and I made guitars out of it and I'd bang on it until my mom and dad let me buy one when I was 7. So I didn't really play guitar till I was in college, but I made noise on guitar from 7 to 18. And then in college I learned some songs from other guys that had guitars, and I've been in Berks County since I was 18 years old. I graduated from Alvernia in 2002, so all of my music history comes out of this county, even if I'm originally from South Jersey. That was when I played my first gigs and my first parties, and I really was kind of always like the transplant because I'm friends with guys that are from this area, like Flux Capacitor, my buddies. They're amazing and they're doing big things, and I played my first gig ever when they were the Odyssey, and John Dodson was in the band, and Fred Bernardo's nephew, and so I go back with that part of the music scene in Berks County 20 years now, and all along I was a teacher. I learned as a teacher, and guitar's always been like my best friend, so yeah, a long time. That's all I do. I guess I don't want to say how old I am. Okay, I'm 38, so 38 minus 7, that many years.
You might be one of the younger members of the Berks County Rock and Roll Hall of Fame.
Which
so
is
pretty
awesome, because I was thinking about this on the ride here. I'm kind of going backwards in life right now. I'm starting off in the Hall of Fame, but everything just kind of got started right now. So everything that led up to this point, and the fact that I'm lucky enough to be friends and be on a piece of this, I mean, Jesus, all these guys are wonderful people, wonderful musicians. They got stories to tell, and this is so cool that I'm a part of history of where I'm from. So
you're kind of a solo musician, is that correct?
Absolutely. Well, yeah, I am. I play with people. Bob behind the camera has played with me on different concoctions of bands and jam sessions, and I kind of look at it like everybody's my band. I bring egg shakers to shows. You're in the band. I have a band that I play with, Matt and Alex and Grin, which we are a 3-piece of guys that never broke up. We just take long set breaks, and we're an original band. But mostly right now, I've been playing since 1402 was still open. That's when I stopped playing in bands, and life took a change, and being in a band's a big commitment. It's like having wives, and sometimes 3 or 4 of them, and everybody has to be on the same page, and you could be really great musicians and just not get along. And I've learned that now that I'm a father, my kids, hi Kayla and Liam, I don't gig when I have the kids unless I can bring them, and they come first. So no band would really understand my dynamic of importance. So in my vision, I like to just get up and play by myself, and if Bob shows up and doesn't have hands to clap or I got stuff for him to shake, I'd be disappointed. Like, because all musicians in this area, I've played with you guys, and so I'm kind of that dude that floats in between them. But yeah, the solo thing is how I can express how I want to be, and I do cover songs, but now I mostly do a lot of original music, and people are catching on to it. So I love playing cover songs, but I really love being an original artist and showing my soul to people.
Yeah, it's fantastic.
Yeah.
Who are some of your influences?
My mom and dad. Most of the stuff I play is from the 60s and 70s. When I do play covers, I play a lot of Beatles, and I don't know, but I also play like Michael Jackson and whatever. I played Justin Bieber. He's underrated. He writes his own music. So I don't know, but Mom and Dad were the ones that had musical tastes that kind of stuck in my head. So even though they didn't understand what it was like to raise a musician. They were teachers and educators, and they gave me avenues. And I'm lucky that my dad, we talked about this, he bought me my first guitar that was an Ibanez, and I played it till the holes fell in it. And over time, you buy another guitar, and it's all because of my father putting a little drive behind me that if you're going to be something, be the best you can be at it. And this just happened to be what I'm, I guess, better at than other stuff. And does that answer the question?
Sure.
Flying left and right.
Yeah.
Hi, Mom.
So, as far as your career goes, you're not so much looking back on, your history as you're kind of looking forward.
Yeah.
You're involved in some new projects now as a musician?
Oh, yeah. Like musically, I played in a lot of bands and made a lot of friends and had a lot of great experiences. And to get to this point, all of that was crucial to make the friends, because I don't even know who threw my name in the hat to be in this, but whoever did, thank you. Because this, there's peers that voted peers in, and that means something. That's not just somebody who didn't go to gigs over the years. People have seen me play with these guys, and they know I'm on the level with these guys. So, but moving backwards is kind of like there's 3 keys. You can go to the backwards key or the middle key or the forward key, and I'm going to the forward key because now all of these years, 20 years of being a professional musician, are leading me to a point where I can use my guitar to reach out to people that need to hear a message. And so I'm pretty passionate about mental health awareness, and right now that's kind of the direction I think I'm being pushed in. So it's not a matter of, a lot of musicians want to be rock stars and they want to get up and make tons of money and have tons of this and that, and it's kind of ridiculous because it's just more stuff. I want to go places, see things, do stuff, and I recently have connected with some people that are supportive. I have a couple of different, I don't want to put too much out there yet, but there's some projects that are coming, and I know it's going to help people, not just the people suffering with it, because we all have family and friends that either have a mental illness diagnosis or we are affected directly by it, because we have caretakers of people that are hard to understand. And I'm not ashamed to say that I have diagnoses. I don't really need to say what they are, but I've lived inside it and outside of it. And as a musician, musicians walk this line of insanity. You're going to push yourself really hard to drive 50 miles to a gig. It's that internet thing, and you're going to get 3 hours of work in, and at the end of the night the lead singer is going to walk up and have $50 in his hand for 6 guys. So if you're doing this for the money, you're an idiot, because your equipment, how many amplifiers and guitars did you buy that were like, you could be in a band for 3 years and never make that money back? So I'm actually using this music to raise awareness, not just to the people that are fighting it, but also to the families, because I've been on both sides and all sides through personal experience, friend experiences, and I think if somebody has an approach where I can use my songs, like my, this is my Ibanez, my AEW Art Core. It's my #1 right now. Don't do Martins anymore. I'm sticking with Ibanez. And this guitar has been a lot of cool places, done a lot of cool gigs, and at the end of the day, people need a positive message, and I am a one-man band. I've been blessed with different talents and abilities that I finally am comfortable with myself because I did the work. And if more people were willing to do the work on themselves, I don't believe in pharmakeia. I think medication is a necessity at times, but it's not a crutch. And if people learn that just deep breaths are the best anxiety relief you could find, I got this guitar, so look at me. I'm going to sing a song. You're going to like it. You might know the words. You might hate my song. But I got this message, and I'm going to work with families of people that are in different situations so that you don't alienate somebody, because mental illness is misunderstood, but at least there's people that are making leaps and bounds to understand it. And there's doctors and there's facilities and so my goal is, I'm in music therapy. I'm using my guitar as a therapy device. And so if I'm playing a gig at a bar, I'm alcohol free. I'm playing my butt off to entertain people, but I might say something on a microphone like, hey, this is your conscience speaking. Is that person next to you sober enough to drive you home? Because that's your 15th shot between two of you in 2 hours. This is your conscience speaking. I can see better now. And as a young man, I did the lie of drink the Jack Daniels, and when you mix Jack Daniels and doctors are giving you medications to make your mood better, it's a recipe for disaster. And so I can say that I have personal experience, and I'm no longer, the stigmas don't scare me, because nothing scares me. I'm a warrior, you know, and this guitar, like, I'm just starting to do. So this interview, the timing to be a part of this history now, this isn't like history that's the past. This is more like the history that's launching the future. And I'm a bridge between the younger musicians and these guys, because I know Steve Barth, and I know 10 years from now I'm still going to remember watching him play Purple Rain and getting like, what? So I keep going to him because you couldn't ask for a nicer guy, and that dude's got stories. And there's his face staring at me, making sure I don't talk too much about the plan, but I'm just saying, if people are interested in my music and my contribution to this or whatever, the message is what's most important.
Is there a way that people can kind of keep up to date on, you know, what you're doing, and if they're interested in following you?
Yes, on Facebook right now. I have a website I'm working on. I do have a YouTube channel. If you just YouTube Keith, Mr. Nice Guy, you will find my channel and a gazillion videos. There's tons. And also, I'm proud to have videos from Magical History Tour that these different guys on the wall have taken video of me playing the national anthem, and I think some Michael Jackson, and songs that I don't really play anymore, but cool to have the memory of playing it on that stage the year before I got inducted. Because the year I got inducted, I didn't play that year. I just got the trophy, and I was like, I want to play. That place is so cool, the Evergreen. That's like heaven on earth for a musician, and it's just so cool to be in the company of all your friends. And as long as this thing keeps rolling, you don't need to add 50 people a year. I think you guys have really grabbed the brunt of who the people to talk to are, and if this network works itself out, the next generation of people are going to want to be in the next museum that's a little bigger. And I think you're doing it right by doing it on video, because video can't be lost, stolen, or destroyed. It can just be transferred, right? So you guys are doing a great job of documenting something that other people would have just kind of been like, what, there were guitars in Berks County? You know, somebody played a song. No, these guys traveled and were parts of bands, and I have a whole pretty lengthy backstory of different almost made it's, but that's kind of irrelevant. You can go see it online. You know, it's like that saying, how do you want to be remembered, and who cares? Go watch the videos, go see what I was doing at different points. But as you progress and grow as a musician, are you still being selfish? Do you want to just get the girls, or do you want to actually use what you got? There's tons of charitable musicians in this town. There's tons of different too many charities, to be honest. They should slow down and pick one and raise money for a good cause, and not have 20 people trying to make a name for themselves on charities. So, but I might sound crazy, but I think that this is the beginning of cool stuff, and to be in this video and be a part of the project and blab my brains out. Bob's going to use, I was joking, it's going to use like one snip of me being like, yep. And, you know, like Keith just started talking, and I'm excited. I'm happier than I've ever been in life. Music is the foundation, and someday, like, I'm already, how do you make a living? I'm a music teacher. I'm a music therapist. I entertain. How much happier could you be? I got beautiful children, beautiful girlfriend. I got a family that loves me and supports me, and being sober is awesome, and being a little wiser, so that when I go wherever the hell this thing takes me from here in this chair, hopefully I get more interviews along the way, and I want to build from here, in this room, in this town, on that wall where my pic's at, and someday the kids will see it. You know, it's cool. It's cool. Like, people should be happy to be a part of stuff like this, and I'm like, Uber, I'm like, let me carry bags and I'll sweep the floor. This is great.
Well, it's a pleasure to be part of your history, and it sounds as though you have not only your own music history as a musician playing professionally, that you're actually using music to make a difference and make a change in people's lives and in your own life. If do you have any, as we close here, do you have any suggestions or
be
thoughts
kind
for people that are trying to get into
this music and this guitar just gave me a chance to talk to people that might not care about Berks County music, but they might have heard me say something they could relate to. And if there's any message I got that's, besides the guitar, it's more like just be kind. If more people took a break and didn't expect, like, you gotta do this. If your kid wants to have rainbow colored hair and a mohawk and earrings that swing down to his knees, and he's all about Marilyn Manson. I just saw Marilyn Manson and Rob Zombie. I'm Christian, and I had a blast. That was a killer show, and I can't wait to see them again. And me and my girl had a great time just pumping our fist to Rob Zombie. He's a great director, and enjoy music, but enjoy life, and don't think there's something that the sun won't come out. That's it.
Well, thank you for being here. It's really been a pleasure.
Yay! I promised I wouldn't. Nah, if your passion is what you're doing, and I'm doing that right now. I call it. My girl's gonna kill me, but it's the vision. You get your vision, you go follow it, and I'm at the beginning of it, and this is cool to document it because just keep looking out. Go on Facebook, Keith, Mr. Nice Guy. I'm up there, bald guy, guitar. That's what I do.
Thanks for being here.
Thank you for having me, and thank you for letting me do live feed. Thank you.